Mark Robinson, congratulations, that's a really good win.
Yeah, it's a great win. It's been on an absolutely outstanding cricket wicket. A little bit nervous because we didn't have a clue how it was going to play. It looked a beauty. As I say, but it was brand new and never been used before. For it to play so well was exciting and allowed some great cricket, and we're lucky enough to come out on top.
And credit to Andy Mackay, because it's been an ongoing programme here at Hove of relaying this wickets. But, you know, if that's the way they're going to play, then that's good news.
Yeah, it is. And obviously the disadvantage or the slight handicap is we don't know how they're going to play. The square hasn't quite got a characteristic yet. So it makes it a bit quite hard when you're trying to get home advantage and know what team to put out. But it looked right, and that was exciting. We had 3 choices, actually, and it was a bit nervous because obviously we knew that a draw would keep us safe, and we also knew that they had one of the best bowlers in the world coming back, so we had to get the selection of the wicket right and the selection of the team right as well. But it was helped when Chris Jordan comes back in the team, and then we felt we just wanted the bounciest, quickest wicket, and we'll play to our strengths, which is the batters like pace coming on, and we'll try and bring McGoffin and Chris Jordan into the game.
Come back to Chris Jordan in a moment. Everyone was saying, Mark, it just felt like a good old-fashioned county championship match here this week. It was a good game, people down from Lancashire. It was just a good feel around the whole 4 days.
Well, we haven't played for a while, and there's been no cricket at Hove for a while, so it was good crowds, wasn't there? And there was a lot at stake for both teams. As I say, the Sussex public a bit starved of cricket, and the weather was fantastic. So look, it was, from our point of view, and commiserations and respect to Lancashire, that. Because we know what it feels like to be on that other side of the fence when you've lost a game. But from our point of view, it was a perfect 4 days because we had good crowds, we had an outstanding wicket that kept everybody on the game, and we had great weather as well.
Let's come to Chris Jordan. He's got the central contract now. I mean, it's wonderful for Chris Jordan. For Sussex, I guess it might be. You don't see too much of him now for a little while.
Well, we don't know. Yeah, in theory, England's got a heavy schedule, so they've obviously puts a lot of their players on central contracts so they can protect them, and obviously a lot of group of bowlers to try and get them through this really busy period. But look, it's a rags to riches story, isn't it, Chris? Season before last, he was released by Surrey. We picked him up with a lot of hard work by him, and the love of this fantastic county. He's got himself really going in the right direction, and gone not only from playing for England to getting a central contract, and it's a real rags to riches story.
Let's talk about someone else who's come into the side, and he's really given you a selection headache in the middle order now. Is Craig Kachopa. He's coming. He's 5 half centuries now, Mark.
Yeah, he's only 22. He's got an old head on some very young shoulders. Great character, and very uncomplicated as a person and as a player as well. A bit unorthodox, but as I say, very mature. Great to speak to. He's got a very good cricket brain. He's got 2 brothers who play first class cricket in New Zealand, comes from a good cricket background, which obviously helps, and he's very self-assured, so he's been a great little find. And as I say, sometimes out of adversity, the injuries that we've had and all the rest of it, that's hit us in the middle of the season, you something good comes out of it, because we found the little nugget in Chris Kachopa, Craig Kachopa.
I said to Ed Joyce as well, Ash Zaidi, he's had a difficult season, but I noticed the lads yesterday, everyone applauding when he got that half century, and everyone really wanted to get behind him. They're good to see.
Yeah, look, Ash has been a bit of an enigma this year because he's ever so talented, and I was speaking to Matt Pryor only the other week, and he said, I can't believe Ash hasn't done better than he is, because he's, especially with the bat, because he just lines up like a proper batter, and we always felt that. But there's one thing having the talent in the nets, and second team is obviously crossing that line, and that's what he wasn't able to do this year. 2 games he played last year, he did really well and showed all the promise, but sometimes expectation that you put on yourself and pressure can weigh heavily on somebody's shoulders, and we've seen that in a lot of players. But so he failed, and he went back to the second team, and he restored his confidence. His club cricket's been really good for him. Bexhill, he's done really well there and been well received and well supported, and shows the benefit of cricket anywhere, and with good people around you and good support, you give yourself to restore some confidence. And when he's come back in, had his chance with Treaders missing, and he got some valuable runs when the game was in the balance, and got some great wickets. His wicket last night at Ashwell Prince was a crucial one.
But as well as that, you got his second slip back as well. A couple of catches, he got one crackers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yes, absolutely. Obviously losing Treaders as well, so we thought we'd have had the dream called, and with yards would probably have slipped into 3, but losing Treaders, we had yards in, and look, he's a calming influence in there. He's a very highly respected player, hard man in his own right, and devastated to be run out by CJ, calling him for a run that Linford Christie had to struggle to take, never mind yards. But as I say, he got his catches, which will be good for him, and he'll go to Trent Bridge hoping to get some runs there.
Let's talk about Trent Bridge, because a day off now, and I guess up to Nottingham. But a good victory, but a chance now to really move up that table.
Yeah, look, things happen quickly, doesn't it, in county cricket? 1 minute, you win a game and you're looking upwards and onwards, and you lose a game and you're in doom and despair. And that's why you always try and take emotion out of it and try and deal in facts as much as you can. But it's very difficult that when the game's thick and fast. When the games come a little bit slower, you have a chance to take a step back. And you're right, we always felt there was 2 outcomes at the end of this game that would happen. We felt the results went really well for us, and Warwickshire slipped up, etc. We can really look at second, never mind third and fourth. But we also knew if the results went badly in this game, we could be looking, over your shoulder, a proper dogfight come those last 2 games. So look, we've won the game, and we're in fourth, and we'll try and do our best to try and get third.
Tremendous, Mark. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I just say I've just talked about the wicket.
Yes.
With why it was an outstanding wicket, because if you didn't have pace, or you were a proper spinner, you struggle on that wicket. And that's where Andy Mackay deserves a lot of credit. But if you're trying to produce England players, as I say, if you're a bowler and you haven't got a yard of pace, or you can't have a nerve in accuracy, you're going to struggle. And I think that was showed in the game. All the outstanding bowlers were the obvious candidates, and Hatchie got really close in that first innings and did really well, and it shows how much he's grown. But for me, the man of the match is a groundsman in this one.
And actually, just picking up on that, I remember after the Northamptonshire match, and you said there's a lot of work's gone on here, and it's good to have wickets where there's some carry, and Andy Mackay's working really hard to make this a really good square.
Yeah, and we said after the Northampton game, he needs the benefit of the doubt if it gets a bit up and down, because till it settles, because you want to play in wickets with carry and pace and bounce, because there's no hard in place for medium paces on green ones where you pitch it up, because you'll get hammered on wickets like that. You saw that all day, and if a spinner couldn't really do his job, he'd get hammered, and that's how it should be. There should be no mercy, but anybody can bend his back and fire the ball through, they'll take wickets and do well, and that's what you want.
Well done, Mark. Congratulations.
Thank you.